Oh man, you are not ready for what I'm about to drop. Picture this: Nashville Superspeedway, concrete oval, night race. 40 cars are fighting for position, and there's one specific car, that has absolutely no business being where it is on that racetrack. Not a road course, not a street circuit, a concrete oval, the kind of place where this driver had been dismissed, exposed, written off. And yet, there he was, leading laps, fighting door to door, refusing to surrender a single inch. I've been covering NASCAR for years. I've seen specialists, I've seen superstars, but what happened in that final 4-lap dash at Nashville, that wasn't just a good finish, that was a shift. And the NASCAR garage felt it too. Car number 97. Before we go any further, if you're watching this on NASCAR Racing Central and you haven't subscribed yet, we are right on the edge of 1,000 subscribers. Drop a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, share this with one NASCAR fan who needs to hear this story, because this one is worth sharing. It takes 2 seconds and it means everything to this channel. Shane Van Gisbergen entered the NASCAR Cup Series with one label tattooed across his reputation: road course specialist. The garage accepted it. The media ran with it. Win on the streets of Chicago, dominate Watkins Glen, put on a masterclass at Sonoma. Fine, that's your lane. Stay in it. In 2025, he collected 5 road course wins: Mexico City, Watkins Glen, Chicago, Sonoma, and the Charlotte Reval. The garage had drawn the line. SVG is a road course racer, not an oval threat. Not yet, maybe not ever. At Nashville Superspeedway in 2026, Van Gisbergen finished 5th, his best ever oval result and his first oval top 5 in the Cup Series. The margin to the cars around him at the line was just a matter of thousandths. He beat Chase Elliott by 0.001 seconds and Tyler Reddick by 0.005 seconds in a 3-wide battle to the checkered flag. Van Gisbergen started 10th and spent most of the race inside the top 10, leading 12 laps on the night. When a late race caution flew, his team stayed out on older tyres, gambling track position against cars running fresher rubber. He and Chase Elliott ran side by side for most of the final 4-lap dash. This wasn't an inherited finish. He chose the aggressive strategy. He held the line. He fought for that position the way oval racers do. After the race, Van Gisbergen said, "It was a pretty awesome day for this number 97 Chevrolet team. Starting up front obviously helps, but it was cool to lead some laps and battle at the front. Our Chevy was running really well all night." The Nashville result gave Van Gisbergen his 4th top 10 finish of the 2026 Cup Series season and continued a momentum wave building at Trackhouse Racing. His recent performances gave him one of the best average finishes among Cup Series drivers over the last 3 oval races. And then, a much bigger question started circulating through the garage. If SVG had finally figured out the ovals, how long before another powerhouse organisation came calling? Before the speculation could build, a respected voice stepped in. Not a rival, not an enemy. Kevin Harvick, a man who spent decades winning on these exact ovals. Speaking on his Happy Hour podcast, Harvick said Van Gisbergen's run came with a caveat. But it's artificial, it's somewhat artificial. They race well, but you can't do that unless you qualify. Qualifying for 2 recent events at Charlotte and Nashville were both rained out, and the grid was set by NASCAR's qualifying metric, a formula accounting for fastest lap time, previous race finish, owner finishing position, and owner points position. As a result, Van Gisbergen rolled off 10th at Nashville. Harvick pointed directly at that. A lot of this stems from the fact that qualifying has been rained out. It's given them track position to start up the front of the race. He continued, "To me, it exposes a problem that they have with qualifying. If they can get the N97 car to qualify good, he can race up there." Van Gisbergen himself acknowledged the gap before qualifying was washed out. He said, "Yeah, firstly qualifying? Obviously you're trying to get better. You need pure performance, but I struggle with that. I've come from a world where, in qualifying, you have 2 or 3 sets of tyres. You can kind of build up and get better as you go. So here is the real question the garage is wrestling with. Is Nashville proof that SVG has arrived as an oval threat, or is it proof that without rain he still can't put himself in position to show what he can do? That's the most dangerous kind of argument in NASCAR, the kind where both sides are right. The Nashville result didn't happen in a vacuum. It happened at a moment when the entire driver market feels like it's on the edge of something. And one name keeps appearing in that conversation: 23XI Racing. Michael Jordan doesn't enter any business to finish second. Denny Hamlin built 23XI from a handshake into one of the most aggressive organizations in the garage. Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and a lawsuit that shook NASCAR's charter structure. This team does not quietly accept the status quo. After Nashville, social media moved fast. Fans were connecting specific dots: SVG's international marketability across New Zealand, Australia, and a growing global fan base. His sponsor appeal with Red Bull already on the number 97 at Trackhouse. His road course dominance with 5 wins in 2025. His oval development curve improving faster than most expected. And his age, still on the ascending side of his career arc. There is no public evidence that 23XI Racing has pursued Shane Van Gisbergen. There is no confirmed contract talk. There is no verified offer. But that didn't stop the NASCAR internet from building the case. In a sport where perception creates pressure and pressure creates movement, speculation is never just noise. Would 23XI make a move if SVG keeps improving on ovals? Would Michael Jordan see a driver with a global brand, Red Bull money, road course dominance, and a rapidly developing oval game, and keep his hands in his pockets? History says Michael Jordan does not watch talent develop somewhere else and do nothing about it. Here is something Trackhouse Racing never fully prepared for. They didn't build SVG to become someone else's problem. They took a risk most organizations wouldn't. A driver from New Zealand with zero oval experience, building from scratch. Justin Marks believed when the rest of the garage was skeptical. When Trackhouse revealed Van Gisbergen would drive the number 97 in 2026, it came with an emotional announcement. Van Gisbergen receiving a letter from his father, Robert, breaking down as he read his father's words about his mother, who passed away in 2024. This was never just a business deal. Now imagine this timeline. SVG solves the qualifying problem. The oval top 5s become consistent. He stays in the playoffs. He becomes the driver who can win a road course and fight for a top 10 on an oval every single week. At that point, Trackhouse isn't developing a project driver anymore, they are protecting a superstar. The questions the garage is asking: can a mid-sized team like Trackhouse keep a driver with this ceiling long-term? Could a larger organisation with deeper pockets, more charters, and a championship infrastructure change the conversation with one call? There are already signals that Trackhouse is committed. WeatherTech returned to SVG's car in 2026, Red Bull remains on board, and crew chief Stephen Durran is staying. Every signal from inside Trackhouse points to a team that believes this partnership is built to last. But belief and contracts are not the same thing. And in NASCAR, the moment a driver becomes too valuable to lose, that's the exact moment other teams start making calls. Nashville didn't create a contract rumor. Nashville didn't start a trade war. Nashville didn't confirm anything about where SVG is going or whether 23XI is calling. Nashville did something far more dangerous. Nashville created belief. And once the NASCAR garage starts believing a driver is worth fighting for, the battle usually isn't far behind. The question was never whether SVG could win a road course. He answered that in 2023 on the streets of Chicago before most of you knew his name. The question, the one that Nashville just cracked wide open, is whether this sport has finally seen everything he is capable of. Because if the answer to that is yes, then the real story is just getting started. Drop your take in the comments. Is Nashville proof SVG has arrived on ovals, or is Kevin Harvick right? And if you think 23XI should make a move for him, say that too. Let's see where this community stands on one of the most interesting stories in the garage right now. If you enjoy real NASCAR breakdowns like this, you'll like what's coming next.